I'd now like to introduce our first speaker of the evening, Kashif Parvaiz. Kashif is the co-chair for Nkst. He is also the regional CISO RSOC program director for University Health Network and co-chair of our advisory board. Parvaiz is a seasoned security executive with over 20 years experience managing security programs for large private and public sector organizations in the consulting, energy, education, and healthcare sectors. Parvaiz is currently the Regional Chief Information Security Officer for the group of the largest hospitals in Ontario. Kashif is an active member of the cybersecurity community and has led thought leadership roundtable discussions for Gartner, IANS, Forrester, as well as having delivered keynote presentations at security conferences. Finally, Kashif holds multiple security and certifications such as CISSP, CISM, CISO, and a C-Risk, as well as an MBA. Kashif, please come to the stage. One more round of applause for Kashif.
Wow, what a turnout, I gotta say. I mean, like, I'm so excited to be up here right now, talking to all of you. I mean, I'm just looking around. I gotta take a minute just to look around the room here. I recognize a lot of faces here. Some of you I don't know, and I hope to get to know you later on throughout the evening. But this is really overwhelming, honestly, and I'm truly excited about this whole opportunity. So let me just talk a little bit about why I'm so excited about Nkst. Really, I mean, it's just our jobs as CISOs. A lot of you, nearly all of you are CISOs, and we have some, very close sponsors here as well with us. But really, as CISOs, the job itself, it's very difficult, to be honest. Like, I mean, I think Simon just mentioned it as well. It's very difficult as a CISO. You got to be able to protect these large organizations, complex organizations, from cyber attacks all the time. And if they do fail, your protection does fail, then you have to make sure that you have resiliency and recovery processes in place, that you can get things back working and your business back working in such a short amount of time. So that's hard enough as it is. Now you throw into the mix, you got adversarial AI that's coming up now. So we got a lot of that happening. You've got well-funded nation states that are attacking. We've seen large breaches I'm from the healthcare side, so on the healthcare side. But overall, you've seen so many of them happen all over the place. City of Hamilton the other day, the Toronto Public Library is still down for a long time. I mean, the list can go on. We know this, right? So and then on top of all of the attacks, then there's the pressures of doing things such as putting presentations together for your board. That comes in, so that's not a cyber thing, but you still have to do it, and it's stressful. Man, is it stressful. I mean, I don't know. Is it stressful for all of you? Because it's stressful for me. So there's that. Now, I mean, to just look at how stressful things are as a life of a CISO, I was just checking out, I think it was in Hacker News. They had a list of, but 94% of CISOs said that at some point or another they are stressed in their day-to-day duties, and I would say that the other 6% are probably just lying. So and then on top of that, 65% of CISOs have actually said that the stress of their job has actually made it, has impaired their judgment in what their decisions that they make, the actions that they take. So can you imagine that, right? So it is a lot of stress here, right? I mean, I think it's, that's why I was joking around. I think it turned my beard all white over the last little while. So, so what's a CISO to do? So we take that, so what's a CISO to do? Yes, it's hard, it's stressful. What are we supposed to do? Well, what most of us do is reach out to our friends and our peers. So we have all of our peers here. We have other CISOs in the house here. You have a good network. You reach out to them. Everyone else is busy too. So you reach out, but what do you do to reach out? Well, you usually attend functions like this. Like you go to seminars, you go to dinners, you go to roundtables, and you talk about it. Okay, that's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I go to these things all the time. I mean, if I had to go to every single one of the ones that I get invited to, man, I'd weigh like 300 pounds, right? Like, because it's just like you'd be eating all the time. So yes, you go to these things. The problem with going to these things, it is great, other than having a nice meal and a good entertainment, having a good conversation. The problem is you go there, and then by the time you drive home or take the train home or wherever you do, you've forgotten what was talked about. You don't really take anything with you. So then it's like, there's no really benefit to your day-to-day job. And then that makes, yes, you went, okay, fine, but that's it. So this is where Nkst is going to come in and be a game changer, really. I think this is a huge benefit to Nkst. I think there's a couple of speakers who are going to come later and talk in more detail about it, but really, what we're going to offer is the ability to actually capture what's been said, bring it back in a digestible way that you can actually utilize it in your day-to-day job. And it's not some fancy schmancy Gartner report that you have to pay $5,000 for. It's actual real stuff that you can actually, tangible stuff that you can actually use from peers who have all the knowledge anyway, right? You don't need to be like a Gartner analyst, man. You're living it every day. All of you have that knowledge because you actually are there in operations, so you have that within you. And Nkst is the platform that's going to bring it all together. So it's not like we're making it up. It's coming all from you. We're just bringing it in to a way that you can easily access the information. The other thing I'm really excited about for Nkst is, as we've evolved through and become cyber leaders ourselves and executives, and we've got the ear of the board and the ear of the executives, right? I remember looking back in time, when I was just starting out, as just a junior analyst or someone on a help desk or somewhere there, right? There's an opportunity as you get older, maybe it's again just getting older, but you want to give back. You want to give back to the youth of the cyber youth, the people really coming up in the world, right? And so, like you look back at your own journey to where you are today, the seat that you're in today, right? There's been the mentors along the way as well, I'm sure. So what we want to offer as well in Nkst is the ability to have that formalized mentorship program as well. There will be more discussed about it later, but aligning yourselves with educational institutions and other institutions, industry certification institutions as well, where there's an ability and an opportunity to formally mentor the next generation, right? We're not going to be CISOs forever. Some of us want to retire and play golf down in Florida. Some of us want to do that. But really, I think that's what you want to do. Is you leave a legacy behind. And finally, before I close here, I did want to say that there's also a lot of operational opportunities that you can also take from this as well. So everyone's rolled out. I had a conversation earlier about someone's rolling out some IAM program at the back. Someone else was rolling something else out. Well, there's good lessons learned. Why do I have to go and try to do it and make a big mess of it when I could just ask somebody and they would have told me, oh, man, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do it that way, right? So there's a lot of lessons learned that you can get from this community, and Nkst, again, will provide that opportunity to get you there. So in conclusion, I'm going to say that Nkst is it's not a platform for me as a board advisor or for any of the other advisors or all this kind of thing. It's not that. Nkst is a platform for you, okay? Yes, we'll put it all together, but really, our customer is actually you. It's for you. It's to make your job easier. And that's what's next. Thank you.